Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS, as the PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Cody, PS and Bye Boys. My co-host here is...
Andrew Arenas double is. We're both together.
Both back together here for episode 81. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Sorry, that damn song every single time. I hate it.
Every time.
And everyone was like, that's a shitty song. Like, leave me alone.
It's a shitty song, but I bet you know every word to that song.
Yeah. How many times did it play on the radio back in the day, and even now?
Even now, when you hear that song, you're going to sing the whole song, all right?
Yeah. And we're going to play that in Rock Band Online when that hits.
Oh, yeah.
It has been a while since we played online.
Yeah, it has been. It's coming, though. Rock Band 4 Online's coming. Should be next month, right?
Yeah, I hope there's no delay. I don't know. I sense a delay, but I don't know. Well, even though Living Room Color could probably talk about this in depth, but I mean, it was recent that Harmonix talked about the update schedule to Rock Band 4. That's gonna be bi-monthly. So we're gonna have the December one.
No, you said bi-monthly. It reminds me of that Archer joke. What does bi-monthly mean? Does that mean every 2 months or twice every month?
Oh,
there's a whole argument of that.
You say bi-weekly.
Yeah,
isn't that bi-weekly?
Well, bi-weekly is that twice a week or 2 weeks out of the month, and
which season of Archer is this?
I don't remember. I just caught it one night. I turned on the TV and Archer was on, and they're it was Archer and the other guy. They're out in the in the jungle or something, and they're kind of arguing over what is bi-monthly mean, if it's every 2 months or twice a month.
Oh, jeez, I'm 2 seasons behind Archer. I guess that New York Comic Con for it really did me in. I was okay, I saw the whole cast at one table. I'm done. That's what I felt like, and I saw an episode 2 months early. I'm done, and then I never got back to it since.
Man, because what they got
it's good.
Because what they said they got 2 or 3 seasons left, and they're gonna end it.
Well, that we presume. I mean,
no, they said it it got renewed up to season 8 or 9, and the creator said that's gonna be the last season. But
and all of them are the short seasons.
Yeah, they're gonna be shorter. They're gonna be 10 episodes.
All 3 of them combined to one regular season. Well, it's just 8 or what?
Or 8, yeah, something like that.
I could do without Archer's legacy. Hopefully, it's not tarnished by bad seasons or anything like that.
Well, it shows that they have a plan. If they're saying these next 2 or 3 seasons are gonna be the end, so that means.
The Netflix. Not Netflix. FX shows have a plan. Netflix does too, but
they have a plan, man.
They all have a plan.
But anyway, what's our plan? So yeah, like I said, I'm back after last week or half. Because I know this episode itself is late. We're recording on Friday. Schedules don't line up, and I was out the whole weekend. Back in the last episode when you and Emmett, man, were talking about stuff.
Yeah, we had Emmett. I miss him. I miss him every day. But yeah, we talk about all sorts of stuff. I had, how many news items in that week? It was definitely a lot of stuff that hopefully I covered well in that span of week time. Definitely talking about some PS4 Pro, and then VR doing really well, and I wanted to make sure I covered all my bases that week.
Yeah, complaining about Walking Dead.
Yeah. Well, and then I have a freaking friend now that freaking spouts out Ezekiel quotes. It just sounds like the corniest dialogue in the world.
Ezekiel's so
you are my kingdom now. Whatever.
Oh, but if he was in the Telltale game, you would love him.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah, if Ezekiel's in the Telltale game, you could be like, man, Ezekiel's so cool. He's so cool. He got a tiger. He talks all old-timey. It's awesome, man.
I'm just listening to him. I'm like, is this actual Walking Dead dialogue? He's all yeah. I'm corny as shit.
You don't get it, man. You only play the Telltale game.
You see, I'm throwing my hands up in the air. You can't see it. I'm I don't. I don't. Walking Dead.
Well, it's funny too because it's Cyborg talking to. The guy does voice Cyborg.
Yeah,
so you hear Cyborg's voice
Cyborg,
talking like this.
I watched him Talking Dead. He sure does sound like Cyborg.
Cyborg, man. But
I wonder if we're gonna have any animals in the next Telltale games.
Oh yeah, the raccoon's gonna come back.
Rocket
man.
But coming next month, Walking Dead season 3.
Episode 1 should be next month. I didn't play Batman Episode 3 yet. I have it downloaded, but I never played it yet.
Did you buy the season pass?
No, remember we talked about that. There was no advantage to buying the season pass. It's the same price.
Well, yeah, I was just wondering, like, if you got it, like, already, I was like, did you just buy it? You didn't buy
No,
it?
I just been buying them as they come out, and then I kind of forget about it. Because like I said, I have Episode 3 downloaded now, and I didn't play it yet. And Episode 4 will probably be out soon.
Right.
So, we'll see.
Well, I don't know. I just like refreshed Twitter for like a second, even though I'm just going to close it out. But the Game Award nominees are going to be next week for the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be seeing what runs for Game of the Year, and then I don't think we've ever done a Game Awards show where we just talk about the announcements from the Game Awards, but that just seeps into like the next show.
Well, isn't it around the same time as PlayStation Experience 2?
But I thought we do our own specific PlayStation. Oh no, last year we didn't though.
No, I think we just kind of like, since they were the same week or so, I think we just kind of rolled it all together.
Yeah, and like PlayStation Experience wasn't as good as 2014's.
Mm.
So hopefully it's better this year. I mean, it was good last year, but it wasn't like as good.
No, but this year they got that hardware, man.
Because we don't have to worry about them talking about freaking like Street Fighter 5 or No Man's Sky for like 40 minutes combined total.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 didn't perform well.
Yeah.
Basically, there's like another article recently talking about, Street Fighter 5 is just basically not doing the best.
Yeah. You'll be reading a lot of those articles lately.
Yeah, about the games not doing the best.
Doing the best. But speaking of something that's doing okay,
middle of the road,
it's doing all right. Sony said that PSVR sales are on track, whatever that means.
Is this different? Oh, than the GameStop one I talked about, or from a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, you mentioned GameStop. You mentioned last week. Yeah, you said that GameStop. Well, GameStop specifically said that they were selling.
Yeah, they specifically said yeah.
But Sony themselves, their output was they're on track, and I'm like, that doesn't sound positive or negative. It just kind of like, yep, we're doing just fine. Because like if it was doing like super well, they would like be boasting the hell out of that, like, oh, we're exceeding expectations, or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a little worrying because a certain other game was also on track, and we kind of saw how that went. That's how they were describing The Order 1886. Remember when they said it was on track or something like that?
Yeah, I believe they said it was like on pace.
On pace, yeah, something like that. So they're saying it's kind of the same thing for The Order, and we've talked about that already. The Order is MIA as far as where the hell that franchise is at.
Well, then there were some recent developments from Game Informer about that. That Ready at Dawn sees it as a franchise.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it has a future.
It has a future.
Well, of course, everything has a future.
Everything has a future.
That means so you're telling me maybe Order 1886's future is that it's dead? Cool. That's its future. That's the future.
Yeah, everything dies in the future.
But I don't know.
I don't know, man. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound. It's just like I said. It sounds kind of like a middle of the road, kind of neutral answer to this.
That sounds fine. I mean,
it sounds yeah. I mean, it's not like hazard mode, like they're saying, oh, we're below expectations, or we're kind of like, but it's not super. Because like I said, if it was really positive, they would have said that. They would have said, oh, it's selling beyond expectation or whatever.
Because the Xbox One has been outselling the PS4 for a while, and it's fine. I don't think it's really anything to be alarmed about. It's just kind of just reassuring maybe investors or anybody like that the PSVR and developers too that PSVR is doing fine. Make games for it, and then
fine.
It's it's a device that is generating a lot of buzz still, even about a month after release, and I think if it continues its pace right now, then it'll be just fine. I mean, hell, it'll probably even sell more. Kind of towards the end of November, going into Christmas. So.
Yeah, it'll probably be a big Christmas item.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, it'd be my Christmas item. So
well, that's the thing though. Like the core unit, I've still seen stores. I've seen that at Walmart still on the shelf. I've seen like a couple on the shelf at Best Buy, but like no one has the launch bundle in stock.
Yeah. Well, now disclaimer. I haven't been to too many stores over the past month, but since VR's launched, but at least in the WalMarts and Targets I've been to, all of them have been sold out. I haven't been to any GameStops though, but I mean, it's a little difficult to check if things are in stock at GameStop.
Well, yeah,
They
because
always
they're
have like the back
a
closet.
lot of it's in the back, but like at Walmart they have it like behind the glass. I can see them stacked. Best Buy has them like on the shelf. They have like little security things wrapped around them.
Mhm.
But I haven't seen I've never seen a launch bundle like in box, like just what it looks like.
Yeah,
With all the stuff in it.
exactly.
So it's kind of like, if you want VR, you don't have that stuff, you might have to buy the separate items.
Mhm.
Because the camera dropped in price. I've seen like on Amazon, it's been going for like 40 for the camera.
Is this the brand
and
camera?
Yes, it is the new redesigned camera too.
Ooh.
For around 40. And move controls are still stuck at 100 if you don't have them already.
So it's might as well just still buy the launch bundle then.
If you can get it, that's what I'm saying. If you can find the launch bundle, you don't have all the stuff, get it. But if you can't get the launch bundle, then like I said, the camera's dropped in price. The move controls, I mean, the ones you get in that box are the same as the old ones. So if you can find some old ones, because you can find them for like, I saw some old ones still brand new in the box for like $20, $25 a piece on Amazon. So it'd be cheaper to do that, buy two of them that way. So,
right.
Because I mean, the old ones still work fine. I have one old one I had, and I actually found one at Walmart for like $17. That was from the launch of the Move, so it's been in that box for years. And I took it out, and it works just fine. The battery held up. It still works. It works with the system, and works with tracking and everything. So don't be afraid to get older Move controls. Don't feel like you need to buy the brand new ones in the new pack. Because I mean, even if you buy those, they still have the old USB ports on. They didn't even swap it out to micro, so they're the old models.
Oh yeah, that's kind of funny that they use that. Not even too many devices use that form of USB.
Yeah, the old original USB port or whatever.
A lot of cameras use it. A lot, like the little point and shoot. The ones that Ashton Kutcher was always on those commercials. Ashton, but.
Can't get work in front of the camera, so he's got to work behind the camera.
He's got to work behind the camera. Well, he does a lot. He I remember he was on Shark Tank. He does a lot of entrepreneuring and investing.
Selling and buying.
Investing.
We still need to get that Shark Tank VR game going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we pitched that like a couple episodes ago.
A Shark Tank VR game.
Yeah. It's
not being kind of, in a literal Shark Tank. No, a Shark Tank game where you're
Shark
proposing.
Tank, the reality show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to get on the show Shark Tank and then pitch a Shark Tank VR game. It'd be awesome.
And other Shark games, there should be like they should make that Deepwater Horizon or whatever a fully fledged game.
the shark diving game is what you mean, right?
Yeah, what was it called?
It was just called The Descent.
Ah, oh, damn it! I overthought it too much.
I'm about to say a Deepwater Horizon game. That's a bit too soon, man.
Boom. Well, I don't know. I think it would offend people because we already have people offended about World War I memes for Battlefield 1.
Yeah, and that was like back in early 1900s, and this happened like 4 years ago.
So how long is it going to be until we get our Iraq War game? Oh wait.
Well, yeah, we tried. That game is still sitting somewhere. That's
Medal of Honor.
Well, Medal. Yeah, well, no. The problem with those Medal of Honor games, it's always fictitious country they're fighting against.
No, that was the Taliban.
Oh yeah, the most recent one.
Yeah, the recent Medal of Honor.
Yeah, that one was.
Sorry, the shitty reboot.
Yeah, that one was straight up. Taliban. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you made me think I was thinking about the Konami game show.
Yeah, the Konami game. Yeah, that one, 6 Days of Fallujah. That's straight up a game about the war in Iraq or whatever. And that game.
Do we have to wait like 100+ years in order to get a Iraq war game?
I don't know.
Call of Duty 4 was already kind of like going into like that territory about like that kind of war.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like other than that one MLR game you mentioned, most of the modern games are kind of like fictitious. Like this is some fictitious country or.
Yeah, fictitious faction.
yeah, some fictitious faction or something. It's never like directly like they're not gonna make a game where like we're fighting ISIS.
But like, what was it? Modern Warfare 3? Some like young high school some kid thinking about like, oh, how much you want to pay Modern Warfare 3? And it was in the Times too because like Osama bin Laden was killed in that year. And they were like, oh, how much you want to bet there's gonna be a mission where you kill Osama?
Oh, it's gonna be
Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, the Zero Dark 30 DLC mission.
That was, but maybe we just have to wait. Well, wait a minute. Remember World at War? All the shit that you were doing in that, right?
Yeah.
World at War.
Yeah,
So,
World at War. Yeah. I mean, that's just the weird thing. That's the weird thing between movies and games. Like movies, it's never too soon to make a movie about something.
oh, dude, I remember I was surprised to see how soon it was like for like 9/11 movies.
Oh yeah, that was like within the year or so. People were just
The
pumping
one with
those
Nicolas
movies out.
Cage, and then the one that Paul Greengrass made, like
Yeah.
93.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're gonna have our Boston Marathon movie.
Yeah.
2 of them actually. We're having 2 of them.
Yeah, we're getting 2 of them.
One with Mark Wahlberg, and the other one's gonna be with not Shelton Copley, no, someone else. No, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Because Jake Gyllenhaal plays a victim in one of them.
Yeah.
He lost both his legs.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wahlberg is gonna be Mark Wahlberg, and he's gonna do stuff.
Yeah, like I said, movies is just really fast. Like they quickly kind of take real events and make them into movies. For games, like I said, it's just that gray area where everybody's like, no, we don't want to interact with it. We don't want to play that. It's like, I mean, is it that much different from like watching a movie about it though?
Not really. I mean,
you're still experiencing it and like
yeah, exactly. Seeing how it was, firsthand. I guess with games, it's just. I guess just because of the perception of like video games.
I mean, it would have to almost be kind of like very cinematic in a way to where it's almost like a Quantic Dream game where you can't, well, not Heavy Rain, but like Beyond Two Souls where you can't really die. You kind of just keep going no matter what. Because like it would be really messed up to do kind of play a game that's real life. Like let's say they did do a Deepwater Horizon type game where like, oh, you died, this thing fell on you, and you just restart and you have to go back and like not die. Like that would be kind of really messed up,
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then like I said, even if they did like a VR experience, like I just don't know, like that would be just insensitive, to be like, look, you're experiencing it firsthand. It's just kind of like,
Well, that's if you made like if we had more akin to hardcore Henry based movies,
Yeah. But I mean, like a VR experience. They're always doing this, like, oh look, we filmed this with 360 camera, and kind of experience that. And like I said, to put you in a traumatic situation like that would just be kind of like really, people find it insensitive to be like, no, I don't want to be there. But yet you go see a movie and the movie is you kind of being there and experiencing that. But putting you into VR, though, that's kind of like one step over the line because it's like, no, you're there and you're just experiencing. You're not actually, I don't know.
Yeah, going like the technology like Tony was using in Iron Man 3 to see like. Because that was able to see the whole incident, right? That when Happy got in that explosion.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, huh, this is kind of like that too, where you're kind of like you're in there. So I don't know. Even though that's fictitious and that's what's freaking extremist. Extremist.
But yeah. Anyway, moving along. Some news. I feel a little like I'm excited, but I'm a little conflicted too.
Oh, so the double-sided. Okay, what's double-sided? What's to be excited and then kind of be?
Well, another Vita game's coming to PS4.
Oh, it's a Vita game. Okay, what are the Vita? Uncharted? I'm just kidding.
No, Zero Escape.
Oh, that Vita's losing another exclusive.
Well, because me, if you listen to the show, I keep praising Zero Escape. I love it so much. They're doing a Zero Escape collection called Zero Escape, the Nori games, and it's coming in spring 2017. It's coming to both PS4 and Vita, however. Reason being is that it comes with both the second game, Virtue's Last Reward, but it also comes with a remastered version of 999, the first game that was originally released only on Nintendo DS. And it's a full remaster, now adding in voice acting, because the first game actually didn't have voice acting. You had to actually read all the text.
Yeah.
And with new animations. They said though, however, the second game is basically just a port. It's not going to be enhanced in any kind of way.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little conflicting because it's like, oh, this is cool because I get to play the first game because, it was only on DS. But again, it's coming to PS4 and it kind of takes away from the Vita a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, And then if I get this on, and then, coming out on Vita, so I could get it on Vita, just play 999, but then it comes with the second game. So it's like, oh, I have the second game twice.
Yeah.
No word on if the third game would be coming to PS4, however. Which is kind of weird. To be kind of like, hey,
maybe.
Maybe later, but it just seems kind of weird to be like, look, PS4 owners, here's the first 2 games. The third game, well, go play it on Vita. Please. Please go play it on Vita.
Oh. Getting that request.
Getting that request. But, yeah, so, like I said, it's cool. Like I said, I'm excited to play the first game. I'm excited that more people could play it, because, some people maybe just don't want to play it on Vita or don't have a Vita. They could play it on PS4.
Yeah.
Be neat, because, like I said, I love that franchise. Excited to go and finally get to play the first one. So,
what do you think? So you're gonna pick this up?
I don't know if they put a price point yet, because I don't want to feel like I'm buying the second game again. If it costs like $60 for even if it's a Vita game, even though I doubt it. If it's like around $40, I'll probably get it so that way I'll feel like I'm just buying $9.99 and then getting another copy of Zero Escape kind of like on there as a bonus, even though I've already played it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we make a separate trophy list if it's like a collection, because I get the platinum again. It took me another 40 hours, but I can get the platinum.
Jeez. That is a long time.
It's a long time, but it's straightforward. Easy to get a platinum. Speaking of easy platinums.
Yeah.
A game came out this past week that caught my attention. That I haven't bought yet, but our good friend Emmett bought it and played it. I saw him playing it.
Oh, which one?
I Am Mayo.
Oh, yeah. Emmett was checking out I Am Mayo.
I Am Mayo. It is a game that came out on PS4 and Vita. The game only costs $1. No cross-buy, so you have to pay $2 if you want it on PS4 and Vita. Yeah, this game is a game where there's a mayo jar, and you just tap it, and that's it. You tap the mayo jar, and it says things or whatever, and after a while you unlock new mayo jar skins. You swap out the mayo jar, and the game has 50 trophies, including a platinum.
Dang.
And all you have to do is keep tapping the mayo jar. And then you get your trophies. Every, so many taps is a trophy. And then once you get to, 10,000 taps, I think it's, the platinum. And people are saying it takes about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes of tapping this thing, you'll get a platinum trophy.
So there you go, people. That's your avatar for PlayStation.
Yep, just go get I Am Mayo. For $2, you can get 2 platinums, one on PS4 and one on Vita. But the problem with this game is, though, it's kind of caused some, not controversy, but more kind of people questioning the PS4 trophies in general.
Yeah.
Because Sony's never fully 100% said how a game gets a platinum or not. If it fully
they
falls.
haven't. I remember the most hints that we were getting about this how this whole system works was with Metal Gear Ground Zeroes.
Yeah. And
that was when we were getting the most info about it, when they were being directly well, why doesn't Metal Gear Ground Zeroes have a platinum?
Yeah, and their response was something like, we didn't feel the game had enough content or enough full length or something like that to warrant a platinum or something like that.
So it wasn't necessarily on Sony, it was just kind of on Kojima and Konami.
But yet we see this game, I Am Mayo, where all it is tapping a mayo jar and it has a platinum in it. But we look at other games like Ground Zeroes don't have a platinum. Resident Evil 4 doesn't have a platinum. That was the big one that pissed us off.
I always give that platinum mentality. There's your your Resident Evil 4 platinum. I Am Mayo. You could just say, you know what? That was a free platinum. That was a free platinum for doing a hard ass platinum. Well, or hard ass under 100% that you think you deserve a platinum in, i.e. Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you wouldn't be able to say, man, I have a platinum in Resident Evil 4.
Can't do it, man.
But you can say you've definitely beat it a lot of times.
Yeah. So, basically what this kind of shows is that Sony really is not in control of what games have platinums and what games don't. It really just comes out of the developer. The developer, if they put out a AAA game like Titanfall 2, if Titanfall 2 didn't have a platinum, Sony would probably step in and say, no, you have to put a platinum in that.
Right.
So like basically, unless it is straight up a AAA game like Titanfall 2, you could kind of do whatever you want with the trophies.
Right.
Because like I said, Ground Zeroes was kind of like whatever, do what you want. Resident Evil 4 is do what you want. IMAO obviously does what it wants. They put 50 trophies plus a platinum for just nothing for tapping that, and Sony didn't say anything about it.
Nope.
You know, so yeah. So basically, that's the rules. Unless you're a AAA game, you can do whatever the hell you want with your trophies.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there's so much that's coming out and all that every single week. I don't think Sony really has the time to really keep in check what qualifies as platinum or not.
Yeah, just
as long as they pop.
Yeah, as long as they pop. Because I'll talk about it more in a minute. But like Titanfall 2, trophies are slightly delayed.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah,
they pop,
some of them are glitched, but they do pop.
They do pop. They just take a little longer than you would think. Because like I do something, and I'm like, wait, did I get it? And then bing, and then the thing pops. Like yes.
Yeah, certain games. I mean, I remember all the launch PS4 games were working all just fine, but I don't know. As time has progressed, there's been certain games where just certain. Well, I can't really list them. I mean, but
yeah. But I mean, we talked about
a little bit more delayed than others.
I mean, we talked about this. I mean, trophies are just not a priority for developers. You know,
they kind of should be.
I mean, they're just kind of like whatever. They stick them on there because of whatever, but that's not their main focus. They're like the bottom of their priorities. So that's why,
especially with those PS2 classics, which we've talked about time and time again about your destroy all monster thing. I keep getting the title of that game.
War of the Monsters.
War of the Monsters. Oh my god, War of the Monsters. I was close. Destroy all monsters. War of the Monsters. Yeah, that you were devastated. That it didn't have a platinum.
This is a Sony first-party game, and it didn't have a platinum.
You were devastated because you didn't even look online.
Nope,
I forgot your answer to this, but like you said that you would have not bought it if you knew that it didn't have a platinum.
I would have hesitated.
Oh, you would have hesitated.
Like I didn't hesitate when I saa that was for sale. I bought it, and then as it was downloading, I said, "Let me go check out the trophies." And there's no platinum. I was like, "What the hell?"
And then I'm over here playing GTA 3 out of platinum. And the best thing about these PS2 classic games is, I mean, like you can use cheat codes on them, and they don't even restrict platinum.
Oh, that's cool.
Because, like, I guess there's really no way for it to sense. I guess that you're using cheat codes because, like, integral with the game. Because games that you're able to use cheat codes and not get trophies on are like new games are like integral that it senses that you're using cheat codes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like with Skyrim, like you can't get trophies when you have the mods on.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yeah, you can't when you load up a save file that has mods. Like the game knows the save file has mods, so it disables trophies.
Can you turn it off?
Yeah, you can turn the mods off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, once you have mods on, you can't do trophies. Or somebody put a mod on there. All trophies.
I haven't seen anybody really play Skyrim Remastered.
Shit, the first day I saw like 3 to 5 people playing on my friends list. And it's funny because it just says Skyrim. It doesn't say Elder Scrolls 5.
What the hell?
Doesn't say Skyrim Special Edition. It just says Skyrim.
It's kind of just like the original one. I thought I was going to say Elder Scrolls 5, but it just says Skyrim.
Skyrim. But it doesn't say like Special Edition. It just says Skyrim.
Yeah.
So yeah. But speaking of mods, guess what? Fallout 4 is getting mods on PS4 this month.
I thought I kind of talked about that already, or I guess I don't know if Bethesda's. I don't know if I remember talking about Bethesda's 180 on the mods thing.
I mean, we talked about them saying yes, mods are coming, but I don't.
And the 4K support.
And the 4K support, the Pro support, which Pro support is not working very well in Skyrim, from what I heard.
Oh,
like they said, it looks really nice, but it runs like crap.
Oh, right.
Which is kind of like doesn't make any sense because it's the PS4 Pro. It's supposed to run the game better, right?
It does the complete opposite.
Oh, but
I am not. I don't have any say in that, so I don't know. Well, you said
that was from a report I read this morning. I didn't read all the details, but the headline was basically
maybe like the YouTube video on it or something.
Yeah, there was like a report this morning. I didn't read the whole thing, but it was basically saying like Skyrim runs at 4K on Pro, but runs like crap or something like that. which is, like I said, is really bad considering it's the PS4 Pro. Is supposed to run everything better, but it is Bethesda. They will find a way to make a game run like crap on PlayStation. Find a way. But anyway, I don't know all the details on that. I don't dwell on that. I want to know what I do know, and what I do know is that Fallout 4 is getting an update this month. I think it's the 1.8, and that will add mod support on PS4. So it's happening, man. People were, was it going to happen? But now it's happening.
It's finally happening. But I don't know. In that case, well, I guess if Skyrim's not running well pro support, is this Skyrim or Fallout 4?
Skyrim. No, Skyrim. Because Fallout 4 didn't get the update yet. I don't think.
Still? Oh, jeez.
Well, I think it's going to be with this mod support this week.
Well, well, hopefully they update it then they get the pro support working correctly then. That's just kind of ridiculous. It's not running well.
Well, let me load up the thing, because I don't want people to kind of like dwell on this, and I'm not giving them the facts. Let me look at this real quick.
That's fine. I mean, well, if it's just something you just heard, like, I mean, you could probably search up like Skyrim PS4 Pro on YouTube. Maybe somebody has done an analysis on it.
Well, let me just read the thing real quick. Yeah, it runs at runs at native 4K on PS4 Pro and looks great. But the game unfortunately actually runs slightly worse on PS4 Pro than standard PS4. Graphical effects scenes with plenty of graphical effects tend to drop a frame rate of 2 to 3 frames. Is mostly able to hit 30 frames per second target, but the drop is rather unfortunate. Blah blah blah. Digital finally had to say this about the performance.
Oh, that was Digital Foundry?
Yeah. Assa's experience doesn't feel quite as smooth when running at 4K. The more substantial hitches when moving through detailed environments is not a deal breaker. By and large, 30 frames per second performance still is met. However, the drop in frame rate does feel like the step down from more consistent 30 frames per second presented across standard PS4 and Xbox One consoles running the game. That's a shame, as the jump to 4K really does provide a tangible upgrade in visual quality in some areas. Okay, so sorry, people. I made it sound way worse than it actually is. Yeah,
they have an analysis video that you can check out. So yeah, just search it in there.
So you can see for yourself. It's just I made it sound bad. It made it sound like it was running terribly, but it doesn't. It's just the frame rate's not as stable. It's not game breaking or anything. It's just not as stable. But they said it is a huge leap though, comparing the Pro version to the regular version though for Skyrim.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it right now. It does look quite nice.
Yeah, they said it looks really nice. It's just the frame rate's not quite as stable. So I'm sorry if I made that sound like it ran like crap or broken or anything. It's not that, just like drops in frame rate compared to the standard PS4 version. So
I like it. It does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Chicken looking quite good.
Looking good. So anyway, now we get that cleared up. Let's move on. Something else. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? I have a lot of news here. I'm trying to figure out what's what. What has and hasn't been said. The title for the next Tomb Raider game might have been revealed.
Oh yeah, this little dilemma.
This little thing. It was just funny. I love how this was reported. Basically, some guy was like making a PowerPoint on his laptop, and some guy just leaned over and said, "What you doing?" And he's like, "Stuff." And then took a picture of his laptop, and then people were like looking at it. It says in the corner, it's like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So everybody's like, "Is that the new game?" No, not confirmation, obviously, but it could possibly be the new title of the Tomb Raider.
What's one big thing of note here that it's not developed by Crystal Dynamics?
Oh, it's not?
Apparently,
I didn't see that part.
There are reports that supposedly it might be developed by the people who made Deus Ex.
Oh, well, they're good developers too.
Yeah, exactly. But no, people were thinking that this might be the in-between Tomb Raider game, in between another Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider.
You mean, well, no, because usually when I think of that, I think of like the top-down one, you know? But the problem with that franchise is
that PowerPoint presentation can't be for like Lara Croft Go to Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like those, it was like, oh, Lara Croft in the Temple of Osiris and Temple of
that one. I was thinking about the mobile one. That could be entirely possible.
Well, no, it wouldn't be called that though. Like, because they want to keep the IPs set. Like when you hear Lara Croft in the something something, you know that's the top-down co-op game. But when you hear of the Tomb Raider, you know that's the new reboot franchise.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, the Uncharted game. Well, this is a lame comparison, probably, but the Uncharted games, kept Drake in the title instead of. Oh, nah, it's lame.
No,
This aren't
I think they
comparison.
want to
Let's talk
differentiate
about
those.
like Drake being in the title, but he's not in the title of the Thieves' End or
Yeah.
Among Thieves. But
Even though
he's
when
in.
Drake's name is in the title, it's not referring to Nathan Drake.
Yeah, ironically.
No. Makes you think that, oh, Uncharted 3, Drake's deception? What's Nathan Drake going to do? He's going to betray somebody, right? And then you
No.
play the game and it's like, no, we're talking about Nathaniel Drake. He tricked people because of something, something,
And then
Um,
Drake's fortune. He doesn't get a fortune.
yeah, it's Nathan Drake's, whatever. Nathaniel Drake's fortune.
Ancestor.
Ancestor. Yes, his fortune. So that. Um, yeah, I mean, if this is developed by somebody else, that would maybe explain too, like, why this game would seem to be coming kind of soon. I mean, I know
Yeah.
this isn't much, just the logo, but that's still something, because I mean, well, we on
Oh yeah.
PS,
Well, I don't know. I would think. Well, aside from development on the PS4 version, I guess, and then all the extra stuff that they've supported with Tomb Raider, I'm sure development has been with the next Tomb Raider for at least a year.
well, that's what I mean though. Like, if Rise of the Tomb Raider came out last year, because the
Yeah.
Xbox One, the original initial Xbox version, that was 2015.
And then
So,
work went into the PS4 version.
and then some development with the PS4 version. But like, what do you think? Shadow of the Tomb Raider can be out like next year, like a 2 year after Rise?
Yeah, just like kind of how the schedule with the Uncharted trilogy went.
Yeah. It could be too,
Uh,
I mean, if it is, I mean, if it really is another developer, then yeah, they totally could have been working on this probably maybe towards the end of Rise. The other development team started working on the third game,
yeah.
so that way they can get it out within 2 years.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't catch that part there.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that
catch
was
that part, so at least
yeah.
yeah, you brought that up. That's good.
Somebody was
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering when I
because
saw
of the
this.
city of where it was at and everything, that it was at the same city where like Eidos is. So
Mm. Yeah,
yeah,
because
and Crystal Dynamics is based somewhere else. So
yeah, because that's what I was thinking when I read this. I'm like, I mean, I know it just not came out on PS4, but like, it still seems kind of soon that they're already kind of in production of the third game.
I don't know. I'm really thinking it's an in between game, which I wouldn't mind if it's something that not as granular as a mainline Tomb Raider game. As long as it's good.
Yeah, that one's good. I mean, Square needs those franchises, man.
Yeah, they do. And who knows? I mean, maybe Crystal could be possibly working on something else, or just maybe this next Tomb Raider will be the Uncharted 3 of Tomb Raider. Uncharted 3. Well, Uncharted 4 is my favorite one, but up until the point of before Uncharted 4 came out, Uncharted 3 was like my favorite.
It's going to be
so.
the controversial one that's so divisive.
Maybe in a way, but
Maybe.
certainly, hopefully, not divisive. That Uncharted 4 is the best one.
Yeah.
But I mean, we talked about that at length in our podcast.
Go
and,
check that out if you
The
haven't.
game, the game's legacy is still high. Yeah, the game's the best in the series, like without a doubt.
Yep.
And I'm glad to say that too, because it's not one of those. Oh, it's not. But no, Naughty Dog put every single possible thing they could have done with Uncharted's mainline formula into Uncharted 4. Like that's you can't get any better than that. So it's very rare that we get things like that, but we got Uncharted 4 and Naughty Dog's capable of it, so But
speaking of Uncharted,
speaking of Uncharted,
yeah. Voice actor for Uncharted, Nolan North, recently said in an interview or whatever, saying that he is ready to suit up for Uncharted 5 if he's ever given the opportunity to do so.
Okay.
Admitting that this is his favorite character to work with and play, that he would easily come back for Uncharted 5. He said he would ready to go.
So much for Uncharted 4 being the last one.
Well, I mean, this is no confirmation or anything. This is just saying that the
That
voice actor,
he wouldn't be like decline it or anything, because
Yeah,
we always have that, like the separation from actor and producer. Like it's not he wouldn't say no to it, at least.
Yeah.
If that opportunity ever came.
Or maybe if they somehow made a new Vita game. Starts crying. I start crying. It's like,
Or maybe when Nolan North, if you're talking about the DLC.
yeah, because we still don't know what's up with that.
No, we don't.
Because that's the thing. Naughty Dog is not done with the Uncharted franchise just yet because everybody keeps saying.
People. I don't know. So I feel like some people have forgotten about that.
I think a lot of people.
Well, I don't know. I certainly have. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm a little guilty.
Because we played Uncharted 4, we talked about it and everything, and kind of how it's that send off as far as like Naughty Dog kind of the franchise. I feel like Naughty Dog kind of saying they're done with the franchise, but they're not though. They still have to produce the story DLC.
All right.
Was coming whenever, although we might be hearing about it soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you pointed out to me off air, Naughty Dog is on the list.
Yes, they are on the list. It can't just be like multiplayer crap. They already get that stuff. They already get enough coverage of that stuff, like on Twitter, and they talk about it on the website. No, they are on that list for a reason. You know it. I know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. It's DLC for Uncharted.
Well, do they know? Because we didn't explain what the list even is. We're just saying the list. So ominous.
The list of developers that are going to be on the PlayStation experience.
Yes. I just wanted to clarify because I don't want to throw people off. Like, what list?
What list? I thought you said it. You said the PlayStation experience list.
I didn't say that. I just said
about the list.
All I said was Naughty Dog on the list, and you were like, "Yeah, on the list, yeah." And like, what list?
What list?
Are they on the blacklist? Are they shutting down? Are they getting ignored? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. Another Sony studio shutting down? That wouldn't surprise me. But not Naughty Dog, though.
Oh, hell no. The day Naughty Dog shuts down will be a dark day in the video game industry.
Kind of like LucasArts?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
LucasArts was already, sinking.
They were sinking. They were already a mixed bag at that point. People won't give up that Star Wars 1313, man. Just get over it, man. It's going to be alright. But yeah, Naughty Dog's going to be at the PlayStation experience, and yeah, it's got to be for the story DLC. Like you said, just wouldn't make sense for them to come on stage and be like, hey, look at some multiplayer maps and Christmas hats or something,
Mm-hmm. Oh, Christmas hats.
Yeah, Christmas hats, man.
Very, very festive. But definitely a good roster of developers. They're coming to PlayStation Experience. Definitely seems very promising.
Yep.
Gets me very excited.
Getting closer, man. We're gonna see what's up with that PlayStation Experience announcements. Hopefully they got announced some more VR stuff, right? Assure people, VR content is steady and coming.
Oh, from who? Oh, from Sony?
From anybody.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
VR games are still coming, man.
Of course. Yeah, that's another reassurance thing that we need a PlayStation experience. That definitely more VR experiences are coming. This first wave, it can't be like the Vita. First wave, that's it. Well, at least the most you'll ever get at one period of time.
Yeah.
The Vita certainly got a steady stream of stuff, but the launch was where it's like the fireworks going all off at once.
Yeah. But speaking of VR, we had a disappointing development on one upcoming game that was supposed to support VR.
Not Robinson's Journey. Oh, wait.
No.
A game that was supposed to have VR.
Yeah. The developers of Gran Turismo Sport have clarified, saying that the VR is not the whole game. So kind of like what Drive Club did, where it's the whole game, but you're playing VR, right? Playing all the races of VR. No,
it's like Drive Club.
Yeah, it's not like Drive Club. Gran Turismo Sport is only a certain mode that will allow you to experience a VR.
That's a little bit of a bummer. Didn't they say in the beginning that the whole game, no, not the whole game is VR, but it just has VR support? So I don't know. I guess maybe this isn't too much of a surprise, but that's a little disappointing.
It says here, what will be in the game will be a VR tour mode that's included. The game showcases VR effects. They say one thing we discovered when developing doing the VR to do the whole game in playable VR is going to be a strain on the players.
A strain?
A strain on the players. I think they just kind of sat there, started developing, and just said no. They just got kind of tired of it, because that should be up to the players whether they because it varies from person to person.
That's right.
How long you can play
case
VR.
By case.
Yeah, case by case. So, I don't think that's a good enough excuse to kind of say, well, we think that this might make players sick or might put a strain on them, because no, it varies from person to person.
Yeah.
And you have to build up a tolerance for it. When you first put on VR, some people might get a little, dizzy putting it on, but like if you play it for a while, you get used to it. Because I remember I saw like in one article, some guy put in the comments said the same thing. Like when the first Doom came out on PC, like it was really weird for people at the time. They kind of like freely move in 3D like that in first person. Like you had to get used to it, and now that's the freaking standard of video games now.
Yeah.
We just kind of got used to that, and it's same thing with VR. Same thing with VR. So it's really disappointing to see. I was really excited for this.
Oh yeah.
To play Gran Turismo in VR. And now it kind of sucks because we talked about this. Like that should be a standard for racing games going forward is to have VR support. And right now the only one we have is Drive Club, and that's getting kind of reviews from people.
Yeah, Drive Club VR haven't been hearing the best of things though.
Here it's supposed to run better though with VR. I'm not VR with the VR and Drive Club VR is supposed to run better with the Pro. I can confirm that.
I can confirm.
I can't confirm that.
Oh, you can't confirm
because I don't have Drive Club VR. But I don't know. We'll see. And then what was the other one? I didn't go into details, but then like EA renew a thing for a new Need for Speed game.
Yeah. This
week too. Because that's another one too. Like I said, I think driving games should have VR support. So hopefully this new Need for Speed has VR support. Hope so. But of course, Need for Speed needs way more things than VR right now. Needs to rebound after that reboot fail thing they did. So we'll see. But yeah, that's just his point of the whole Gran Turismo thing.
Right.
Let's see what else we got. Other disappointing news.
Oh.
I mean, this is not. It's not anything unexpected or expected, but basically, I didn't even see this. They had to like. I didn't see this when it initially came up. I just saw the response to it. Double Fine posted a image of the like Chrome Skull thing for Brutal Legend on their Twitter.
Oh, jeez.
And underneath it said Ormagon lives or whatever. And they like what happened was that was actually some fan art or something, and then Double Fine retweeted it. But people just saw it as Double Fine tweeting it, and they thought that was like some kind of like tease of a sequel to Brutal Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And then Double Fine had to like clarify, saying, "No, there is no sequel to Brutal Legend in development. This was just us, retweeting some fan art. Right now, all of our focus is on Psychonauts 2."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I didn't see the initial like thing about this, so I didn't like have any hype for me to kind of like for a minute think that like Brutal Legend 2 was happening.
Uh-huh.
I just saw this article saying that it's not happening, which is something I knew for a while that Brutal Legend 2 wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I mean, because it sucks. We like Brutal Legend.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I remember playing Brutal Legend at launch. That was a fantastic game. I think I only had that one on rental back in the day, so I didn't get to do any of the side shit. I remember like plowing through it. But gosh, I missed so much. Like I had to like watch YouTube videos about like I'm like, oh, there was all this cool shit.
Yeah, it's such a fun game. It's like I just love the world. The world's so unique. That just heavy metal world, and then just the amazing soundtrack that goes with it, and just how everything is there. It's really cool. I would like to see more of that expanded, especially with next gen hardware. But it's just not going to happen.
No. And plus, Double Fine really does have no business making AAA retail games anymore. Unfortunately,
yeah, Double Fine's not in the same spot they were.
No, definitely not. I mean, they would need to seek some funding for that.
Oh boy!
Because when you have a company that asks for funding for every single one of their projects, it's just.
I mean, you're Double Fine. You've been games for over 20 years, and you're at the point where you have to ask for fundraising every time.
Every single game.
Game?
Maybe Harmonix was a little guilty of this too, but I mean, it's not like they were asking for funding for new Rock Band instruments. They were able to find someone to do that. And the Amplitude one was successful, and that one was needed. The Amplitude one was needed since that was basically a side project.
Yeah.
But the the Rock Band PC one was a little ridiculous. But for Double Fine here, so you have to sign that their products are not making any money.
Yeah. I mean, we've already kind of gone on a Double Fine rant.
Oh yeah, we already have. It's basically set.
But yeah, but I mean, right? Yeah, they said their whole focus on Psychonauts 2, and like I said, they expect a release date for Psychonauts 2 not until like 2018. Um, it's a ways off. But this did remind me of something. So what's up with that Psychonauts VR game?
Hell, what's up with Psychonauts 2?
Well, the thing about the Psychonauts VR game is that was actually said to come out this year.
What about the title of the game lost me? That was announced like last PlayStation Experience or E3, the remaster of not Day of the Tentacle.
Oh, the
Motorcycle one.
Yeah, the motorcycle one. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the title now.
That one was one with LucasArts, right?
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't even want to. Just no.
The name escapes us. But yeah, that's been a while too. I mean, same thing. Day of the Tentacle. Like we heard about that game. It was like what, a year later, and they finally kind of said, "Oh, it's coming out like next month." You know.
Maybe it might be a PlayStation Plus game.
Day of the Tentacle will be a PlayStation Plus game eventually, because all the other ones have been.
Yep.
Broken Age was a free game. Grim Fandango was a free game.
Full Throttle.
Full Throttle. There you go.
Yeah, that was really interested in actually. I really want to Day of the Tentacle. I was like, but Full Throttle, I actually want to play.
It will come eventually. Same thing with that Psychonauts VR game. I don't think it's. I haven't heard anything
it's
about it.
2017 for it.
Which one?
Full Throttle.
Yeah.
2017 for Full Throttle.
Yeah. So I think that Psychonauts game probably won't be out. Like I said, unless they say, hey, just kind of be like a little update, like, hey, it's coming next month. I don't know what's up with that Psychonauts VR game. But we'll see.
Yeah, and I need to get back to Grim Fandango Remastered.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I just couldn't figure out how to do certain things.
Yeah, it's
a very obtuse old game.
Yeah, I gotta get used to that.
But its story is very good, and it's a very creative game.
Mm-hmm.
I like its aesthetic and its remastered graphics, and
yep.
Oh, and I can totally imagine how this game was very kind of revolutionary for its time. It did bring a lot to other games. I mean, putting myself in that time period, because definitely paved the way for how those our recent Telltale games are made. Life is Strange and all that. Mm-hmm. So
that's LucasArts in their heyday, man.
Yeah, I know. Yes. But yeah, Grim Fandango is a good game.
But anyway, let's talk about a game we've talked about in great detail.
Ugh.
And now it's finally getting updated or talked about.
Oh.
We finally know what the hell is up, sort of, with Drawn to Death.
Yeah, Drawn to Death. Yeah, their plan.
We always talked about Drawn to Death so much on this show, just trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this game. Well,
if only Emmett was dropped in for this specific section, because he actually played Drawn to Death too.
I played it too. Yeah, that open beta whatever. Yeah, Drawn to Death will no longer be free to play, and it will be available as a launch package.
There you go.
Free to play, and we'll be opting for a more traditional pricing model. Explaining that's available he says Drawn to Death has been available in a Quinza beta phase that we call limited access. That's what I'm in, and apparently Emmett's in.
A Quinza beta.
Quinza beta, even though you can earn trophies and pay for stuff in it.
Oh.
It says, for our limited access fans, we want to take this opportunity to confirm that we won't be making any changes to the moment-to-moment gameplay. Drawn to Death is still the skill-based hardcore shooter brawler Hyper is always meant to be. And then they kind of go on and talk about some more modes and stuff they're going to be adding. They still did not provide a release date or a price point for Drawn to Death.
Well, no date yet.
So, yeah, like I said, we talked about this a lot on the show. Basically, there was a big announcement for it at the PlayStation Experience the first year. It went dark. Then they talked about it a little bit more. They did some betas. Then they did this limited access thing where they were like, here's a code. You can play the game now. And I got it, played it, earned some trophies in it. There was no updates to it since then because some of the stuff was still locked out. And there was no update on it. We kind of heard nothing about this game for the longest time. No idea when it was going to go to full open, free to play. But now we got it. It's not going to be free to play. You can pay for it and whatever. So,
yep.
We know a little bit more but we still don't know everything with Drawn to Death.
Not all the details yet, but hopefully it will emerge. Who knows? Maybe a PlayStation experience. You never know.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably just gonna go the way of the Tomorrow Children.
Oh, well,
Where-
hopefully it's a little bit more successful than that. Tomorrow Children didn't turn out well.
Yeah, because it is following a similar path to Tomorrow Children, where Tomorrow Children was a game. They announced it. They kind of did a thing for it. It went dark for the longest time. Then they said, "Hey, it's free to play, but we're doing a $20 launch window thing where you pay for like a whole month. You're basically paying $20 for, but you get all this like micro transaction kind of stuff, in-game currency and all that. Then you can invite some friends. But then this past week or month or so, they finally put out the full free-to-play version, for everyone, and it's kind of like whatever, So, very similar path. Don't know if that's following for better or worse.
Whether or not it'll be successful, we'll just have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
Very wait and see approach for it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, because we root for David Jaffe to have another round of success.
To have a success.
To have, a success. Well, I just say another round because, God of War.
Yeah, but when did God of War come out? Because he only was the game director of the first one. He created the franchise, he was the game director of the first one, but he left after the first one.
He's like, you know what? This ain't gonna fly.
I mean, Warhawk was successful, right?
This game, critics are probably calling like, oh, potential franchise. Yeah, forget it.
It's like, no, I've walked away from it, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see what else we got. Speaking of betas, Ubisoft said that they have multiple betas planned for their upcoming game, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yes, this is one that's going to need definitely some multiple betas because the Division. So I am, even despite Division, and its aftermath, but I'm still excited for Ghost Recon Wildlands, and we are going to play that beta.
Yeah, they said they plan to have both closed and open betas sometime before the game comes out, and
March, right?
Yeah, it comes out March 7th, so between
soon?
Huh?
It's soon?
Yeah, it's soon. So yeah, they gotta get some betas rolling soon if they want some significant
Look, I just don't want the Call of Duty situation where it's like super close.
Yeah, it's where it's like there's no way in hell this beta is actually gonna affect the final game.
Well, what has been like the closest beta to like release ever? Not Evolve. Evolve was pretty far out. What was one game that was just that's a demo?
Yeah, I think Call of Duty, like you said, that was less than a month.
Yeah, less than maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Oh yeah, 3 weeks. But I was like, is this real? Well, this basically it'll be shipped for day one patches.
Yeah, I think Battlefield. One of the Battlefields was a few weeks before the game came out.
Was that Hardline? No, Hardline had a beta before the game was delayed. Yeah, before the day was delayed because it was supposed to come out in 2014.
Yeah, because it was that day at E3. They're like, here, play the beta today. And
we're gonna delay it to 2015.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, I can't recall too many betas that were maybe too. But going back to Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Very excited. I want to play with you. We're gonna fight the friction together, okay?
Fight the friction.
Maybe you'll have another demo PlayStation experience. But no, wait a minute. Isn't Ghost Recon kind of tied with Xbox?
I mean, Ghost Recon's part of the Tom Clancy franchise, and Tom Clancy is exclusively tied with Xbox as far as marketing.
Hey. It's
what does that even mean, Tom Clancy anymore?
The name. Well, ever since Splinter Cell has been kind of not dead, but kind of stagnant. I don't.
Well, poor choice of words.
Oh, jeez.
Apologies to the man. Respects to him. I don't mean that way. I just mean as a gaming franchise. What does the name kind of mean anymore?
Oh wait, Sid Meier is still.
Yeah, Sid Meier's still in there, but I mean Tom Clancy's The Division, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, Tom Clancy's In War. What does that even supposed to mean? Because I think Splinter Cell, it started with Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy's Splinter, because it wasn't based off a book. One of Tom Clancy's books. I think Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then like I don't know where the rest of this comes from. Like what ties does the Division have to Tom Clancy or like his books or anything? You know?
I don't know. What do you think? Like with Sid Meier's Civilization, even though Sid Meier's a game designer.
Yeah, but Tom Clancy's not a game designer. He didn't make the Division.
He made the stories.
He made the story of the Division?
He was dead by then.
Well, I mean, like, maybe he wrote, like, a short... Did he write, like, a short novel or something called The Division? Or something that inspired this game? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how these games, like, still fit in that, like... Do they fit in all one world? Or are they based off his books? Like, I don't know the whole background context to that. So I just don't know where this whole, like, Tom Clancy thing comes from.
The Division. I don't know.
I don't know.
And what was the epidemic that was like in the Division that was like a big deal?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
because I thought it was like I thought it was like bombs going off.
No, it was a virus because it was like spread through money.
Spread through money?
Like this virus was like on the money, and then like when people would hand it, you know, from hand to hand, it would just spread.
Oh man, that would be quite a way to spread a disease by putting in money.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna say, yeah, Division's gonna be a movie. Eventually. Yeah,
with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain.
Yep.
That'd be a good movie. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, I'll watch him in anything.
I don't know. His last Ubisoft movie wasn't all that successful.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to see that movie, Nocturnal Animals, and then the one with him in space with
Life.
with God, what's her name from Mission Impossible?
Deadpool.
Oh yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
The movie doesn't look very good though.
I wonder how that movie's gonna compete with God Particle, because God Particle has a similar.
Not really.
Well, it has a similar plot. I mean, we haven't seen anything from God Particle yet, so I can't directly compare. Just from what I hear of what the plot to God Particle is about, astronauts on a spaceship, and then like something happens or whatever.
Oh, that's a million. That's like a million different of them.
But I mean, as far as like marketing, how they're going to market this to people and be like, these are different movies. Well, God Particle has the advance because it's going to have the word Cloverfield in the title.
Yeah, well, I mean, God Particle. That's not what the movie's going to be called. What do you want to go see this week? God Particle. That doesn't work.
Well, no, it's going to be renamed to like Cloverfield Particle or something.
That's awesome because 10 Cloverfield Lane was so great, and
yeah,
excited for this one.
That trailer's going to drop it, and they're going to do like, because they're trying to do like the Cloverfield thing where they're going to wait till like a month or two before the movie comes out before they even drop the trailer.
I would have thought maybe we would have had a trailer along with Arrival.
That's what I thought too, but when I looked online this morning, there was no thing for it, so I was like, oh, I guess the trailer wasn't on Arrival because they're both Paramount.
Yeah, and what Paramount movie's coming next? It was Jack Reacher, and then this one. I was like, when's the trailer going to come out for this?
Yeah,
the movie comes out in March,
February, the very end of February, though.
Give me a trailer.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Sooner for 10 Cloverfield Lane than this.
No, they put out the trailer in January, and the movie came out in March.
All right, I'll allow it.
Well, that's the thing. We're anticipating it now. That's the problem.
Oh, damn.
Like with Cloverfield Lane, there was no anticipation. It was just like, here you go. You know, this movie comes out in 2 months. God Particle, we know. Like we've heard about God Particle like a year ago. And then it wasn't until like this past month he confirmed that it is a Cloverfield movie. So now we're anticipating it. So it's just kind of like...
I'm excited. And Daniel Bruhl's in this one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
Yep. But anyway...
Just excited to see this anthology Cloverfield business.
Continuing, man. But anyway... I wonder, do you think Jake Gyllenhaal knows that The Division is also a Ubisoft game, and his last movie was a Ubisoft game? And I just kind of like...
I mean, I sure hope so. I mean, well, Michael Fassbender didn't know really anything much of the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, but like, I wonder if he knows, because I mean, he has to know it's based on a video game, right? So there has to be some kind of hesitation, like, last time I was in a video game movie, it didn't go well at all. And
dude, I'm sure he knows. He's a smart guy. He knows.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He knows that it's both a video game movie. He's going from one video game into another. But does he know it's also from the same thing Ubisoft? So it's kind of like that extra connective tissue of like,
should I do this?
Should I do this?
Wow. Wait, these have actors, but there's no director tied to this yet?
Nope. No director, no writer. They have the actors, but no writer, no director.
That's a little... Well,
well, they're also producing the movie too. That's why.
oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's a producer.
Yeah, he's producing the movie too. Like usually when you can get a producer on, like an actor, producer, whatever, you can get them on before the movie director because you know you get the star power locked in. So it's good when you shop it around to people though too. Like, hey, look, you want to direct this movie, you want to distribute this movie. It's The Division. It's based on the game. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Make it. You know.
Well, just get then Dennis Villeneuve to do it then, because he's worked
Shit.
Jake Gyllenhaal in the past. That means it'll be guaranteed a good movie.
Yeah.
You'd hope. Doesn't matter, right? Because
the video game curse.
the video game franchise is cursed because even if you get talented
directors,
filmmakers and directors, apparently it doesn't work.
It's like literally a curse that like embodies them, like goes into their body, possesses them, and forces them to make a bad movie.
Because like even the direction's not good, even if they made good movies in the past, i.e. Warcraft. Duncan Jones.
Duncan Jones, man, like what happened, man? Like I said, the curse.
Because even his direction was awful on it too.
Like I said, the curse, man.
Like,
the curse possessed his body and forced him to make a bad movie because that's just how it works with video game movies.
And Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
I don't know.
Please make a good movie.
I gave a really real. I'm trying to be more conservative when I'm on Tomatoes now. Like I'm predicting at least a 60 to 65 on it. Like
that would
please, at least
that would still be a huge accomplishment for a video game movie if it's even a 60. You know, if it's even positive.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's like, do we have any positive ones?
No, not really. Ones that are not like animated or like and not released theatrically.
Yeah, like,
I'm not talking about like the Final Fantasy CG movie.
Oh shit, that last one got like under a 10%, so it don't matter.
So it's like, well, I'm not actually joking. Like I think like Dennis Villeneuve should make the Division movie.
Oh yeah,
I think that would up his realm. But he is busy though with Blade Runner, and then he's adapting like some novel the next year, so he has his plate full. Unless they want this Division movie like later.
His buddy Jake Gyllenhaal's gonna walk over to his office and be like, "Yo, man, I got something for you."
Got something for you? He's like, "What do you got this time?" Like, or with his accent, "What do you?"
Like, don't even tell him it's based on a video game. Just like pitch it without like saying that's based on a video game, and just see if he's like interested in just the idea of it without knowing that's a video game.
Well, he likes having what he likes is having the really dark and complex story. So he would like the Division. He would like the concept. He's like, okay, I can play with the audience's head a little bit with this. Yeah. Because all these movies have like the twists and turns. If you watch Sicario and Prisoners, and
you're like, is there snow and drizzly and is there snow and or kind of like darkish lighting? And Jake will be like, yes,
yes.
The Division is full of that shit.
Mm-hmm. And there's also opportunities for you to go a little crazy. Yeah. Because during Prisoners, he also did get a little crazy and an enemy. So, as long as he gets to do both of those things, go a little crazy. But yeah. Because you know Jake Gyllenhaal loves going crazy.
Can't win the lottery if you don't buy it. Well, how's that go?
You
can't win the lottery if you don't have the money to buy a ticket.
No, yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, maybe Danny Gilroy could maybe make this movie. I don't know. He hasn't made anything since. It's been a little while since that movie came out. But I don't know. A line of directors could make this freaking Division movie. Yeah, I can't really think of any others.
I don't know. You're the guy who directed the Division short film. Getting promotion.
Or I mean that's not out of the realm of possibilities. Or Chris McQueen or whatever, whoever directed Mission Impossible. But he's making the next one, so he's busy with that. Because I would imagine that the Division movie would be very, of course, actiony. It's not. I don't really see it as like, kind of like a more toned down, like slower paced movie. I don't imagine it have a lot of characterization, but I don't know. Just seeing how the game is, I would see that it's very actiony. But it's difficult to tell how that movie would go down because it's not necessarily it's story. Yes, it's story.
I just hope the franchise is relevant when this movie comes out.
Because Ubisoft got a little ahead of themselves. We're like, we're going to see everything.
Yeah.
Same thing with Watch Dogs, right? Like, where's the Watch Dogs movie?
Yeah, that Watch Dogs movie. So whenever, whatever.
Mhm.
But anyway, we're just after the 1 hour mark. 1 hour
Cool.
nine.
Just
1 hour 9 minutes. But I have one more topic I want to go over real quick before we
hopefully
go.
there was nothing else looming. Nothing else I really
No, I mean
feel.
that was just some things, and I have a lot of news items that are on here, but a lot of it was either covered by you last week or just doesn't seem
Okay.
relevant or important anymore. They kind of go over.
Well, you can read off like small ones. Promise won't say anything unless it's like totally something like.
No, it's just nothing really. I mean, PlayStation View is losing all Viacom channels, which sucks. Viacom channels include like Nickelodeon, MTV, VH1, Comedy Central.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
yeah, these are channels I personally don't watch much, so
I
it's
mean,
fine with me.
out of
Sadly,
those, the most I watch is Comedy Central. And it's mostly for like South Park. But like you said, we talked about this off air a little bit. Like, yeah, I mean, you can get it through Hulu, like South Park and new episodes and stuff. The problem with this, if you're like one of those people that are trying to cut the cord and like, no, I don't want cable. I just want one digital service. The problem is
for
now,
everything.
yeah, for everything, but you can't do that now. Now you need a subscription to View and you need a subscription now to Hulu to kind of get that, those channels you're missing now.
Mm.
So that sucks. There's that. That's not important. You talked about that already. PSN's got a toolbar now for your internet
Huh.
browser. No, you don't want to show me this.
Wait, which one are you? Yeah.
Yeah,
What you-
it's PSN toolbar, so you can access your friends list and messages through your PC.
took how many years? You were able to do this for the longest, I think, since like day one. Xbox Live. Well, no, not really. Must have been like year two.
This
You
is
were
something
able to do this for a long time.
yeah, I mean, this is something I never thought of needing at all. Like, I got my
Well, for
phone app.
me, yeah, when I get inquiries about the show or anything like
Yeah.
that, I get to answer from my computer. Well, even though I had to check for questions this week on my phone, but uh, no, it's something like that. Yeah, it's been needed. Something like you can type on your keyboard on your laptop and send away.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, that should have been implemented a long time ago, but it's here, so
It's
there's
here.
not much to say.
It's cool. Let's see. We got some updates. Destroy All Humans is officially out on as a PS2 classic on PS4.
Yeah, I think maybe I don't recall if we talked about it off air or not, but yeah, Destroy All Humans is out now. After it was like there, but it was gone.
Yeah, it got released kind of early and they took it down. It is priced at $20, which is really weird.
Yeah, no, guys, wait 50% on that one.
There is a platinum trophy though. In Destroy All Humans.
You hope so.
There better be for
It's
$20.
like Resident Evil 4, right? A little caution there, just in case if it doesn't.
So that's there. Red Faction 2 has actually been rated for PS4, so Red Faction 2 should be coming soon to PS4. Red Faction 2 and Red Faction.
Not. Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, Red Faction 2 has been rated for PS4. Red Faction 1, I think, is currently available. That game was basically Dig Dug in first person. Because you like underground, you have that hammer that can break through like anything, so you can just like sit there and build tunnels.
Was it any good?
I mean, it's kind of more of a cult classic type thing.
So it's like the pre-Red Faction Gorilla.
Yeah, Red Faction Guerrilla was like a full kind of like reboot of that franchise. Because like the original games on PS2 were like first person, and they had like guns and stuff, and you had the hammer, you can break through things, whatever. And then they did the reboot, Guerrilla, which people liked. People like Guerrilla. I guess it was a new kind of direction for the game. It was fully destructible. It's fun, but then they rushed out Armageddon or whatever the other follow-up was called.
Yeah, it was a commercial failure,
and that kind of killed the franchise.
Yeah, actually, Gorilla is like, yeah, people look back on that one and they really like that one a lot.
Yeah, just Armageddon. They just rushed Armageddon now and just killed the franchise. Destroy All Humans 2 has actually been rated for PS4. And Red Faction 1. So Red Faction 2. I'm a little confused now. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so you're saying Destroy All Humans 2.
Destroy All Humans 1 is currently available for PS4. Red Faction 1 and 2 have been rated for PS4, so they're not out yet. Same thing with Destroy All Humans 2. Destroy All Humans 2 has been rated for PS4, but it's not out yet. So, the sequel is coming too. The PS4.
Okay.
No one's going to touch that third game.
No.
No one likes the third game. It was rushed and it was Xbox 360 exclusive and weird. Because we already talked about Destroy Humans a little bit. It was a fun, cool little cult franchise. Never kind of went further.
Yeah.
I would like to see more of it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it for kind of little news items. Like I said, I don't want to make it a super long episode, but I do kind of want to cover something. The big thing this week I need to cover.
Oh, what's the big thing?
Big thing this week. The PS4 Pro was released this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was released on Thursday. My GameStop actually did late night launch the Wednesday night because that was also when Dishonored 2 was coming out. So I already talked about my VR launch. What I said. 2 people showed up. No.
Oh yeah, 2.
I think 2 people showed up for the VR, and that includes
excuse me, going 100% more than what you said.
100% more, yeah. 2 people showed up, and that includes me. So only one other person, in addition to me, showed up to get the VR at midnight or whatever. So for PS4 Pro, 5 people were there. 4 of them were to get a PS4 Pro, and 1 was for Dishonored 2.
Oh.
So yeah. So I got my PS4 Pro, brought it home, set it up. PS4 Pro, it's really. I took it out of the box. I was like, this thing's really heavy. It feels pretty heavy compared to the PS4. It feels bigger, but it's not. I think it's still about kind of the same size, maybe a little wider.
I don't know. It does seem like a pretty heavy device.
It is a heavy device. It's a heavy device. Put it on my shelf. It looks nice sitting there. They did redesign some things since there's no light on the top. It's on the front.
Do you like that?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. You have this huge kind of like light just kind of like shining across the front of your system.
Like, especially when it's dark in your room.
Well, it's in the living room. My PS4 Pro.
Yeah, but just like dark in general, just in a room.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, you only really notice when it's turning on, and when it's going into rest mode. When it's kind of like on, it's kind of like you don't really see the light.
Yeah, it was easy to facilitate that because you just put stuff on top of your PS4 if it's not like on an entertainment center thing. But this is in front, so like
light's shining right at you.
Yeah, it's shining right at me.
But you don't really, like I said, I don't notice it when the PlayStation's on. I think it's kind of like low when that PlayStation's actually on, but it only gets like really bright when you're turning it on and turning it off. You know? Also, like the power and eject's really weird because it's like this one big kind of like, it feels like one big button across of it, but only like the far left presses because that's where the power is and the far right where the eject's at.
Yeah.
So the button placements are kind of weird. But it's still got 2 USBs on the front, kind of close together, and it's got a USB on the back. So you got 3 USBs. The one in the back is you can plug anything to the one in the back, but what it's for is for when you do VR. So you can plug your processor box to that.
Yeah. In
the back. The optical out cable's back, so everybody who freaked out when it wasn't on the Slim, it's there. I don't use it personally, but a lot of people do for headphones. So that's there. It seems pretty quiet. I haven't heard any loud loading or anything from it.
It doesn't get loud?
I don't think so. It sounds pretty quiet. I haven't noticed any kind of noise from it. So that's good. Still gets warm though. Mostly in the back.
Ooh. I don't know. Sometimes the PS4 goes like a jet engine.
Yeah, it's not loud. It's still warm, but it's not loud at least. Just for physical things. So I do not have a 4K TV, not yet. So I hooked this up to my regular HD 1080p TV. Well, granted, here's the thing. I've only played 3 games on it. One is Titanfall 2, which does have pro support.
Right out of the box.
Right out of the box. I don't know if it looks better or not.
Oh,
like it's not like if it does look better, it's not drastic. Because I did play Titanfall 2 a little in my room on my regular PS4 hooked up to a 1080p TV, and Titanfall 2 looks good. But I don't know. I don't know if like it feels better, like it feels smoother, and some of like the face animations look better. But I don't know if it really is better because of the Pro, or it's just my mind kind of telling myself, like a placebo effect. Like yeah, it's better because it's the Pro. You know?
Oh, if only you were out of context, you didn't know which one you were playing.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you gotta do that. Like, what PlayStation do you? Which one looks better? And you kind of like find
Mhm.
out console A was the Pro. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
um, but Titanfall 2 is so good.
Oh yeah, dude. This is one that I really do want to
Like,
play.
just as a game, it's just so good.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of disappointed that there's only 3 multiplayer trophies because I actually really like the multiplayer, and and since I already got all the multiplayer trophies, it kind of makes me feel like I want to play it because it's fun, but I don't have any real like incentive because
Incentive.
there's no like
Well, I
trophies
mean,
tied
that's how
to
I
it.
felt with like old Call of Duty games, like of like, oh, there's no fun. Well, a dedicated set production of trophies for the multiplayer.
Hmm.
That would have been
Um,
nice.
yeah, so it's really just something. I mean, it runs like I said, I think it, I think it looks better, but I'm not. Like I said, if it is, it's not drastically better. You know, like I'm not like instantly like yes, this looks so much better. If it does look better, it's because it's just something small. Like I do think like facial expressions look better and just kind of the movement, but I don't. I'm not 100% if that's there. Other games that
Doesn't Did you play Battlefield 1?
I have not played Battlefield 1 yet
Oh jeez.
because I know Battlefield 1 has Pro Sport, and I don't see how much good that game could look.
Oh man, Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that'd be great. No, the only game I played on it was I played that. I played Rock Band 4, even though there is no pro support for Rock Band 4.
Your song's a little faster.
Nah, no. Um, no, like it doesn't like because that's what some people were wondering. Like, let's say if a game doesn't have pro support, could it still possibly get a benefit from the pro? You know,
No, it would have to be optimized.
that's what I'm saying. Though Rock Band 4 gets no advantage running on a pro. Like it still runs exactly like it would on
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell with
PS4.
that because like people like with like okay, going to the like newer phones like oh well older apps load faster on it like no it kind of needs to be optimized for the phone first and then
Yeah.
like
So
updates come out for it so it's kind of the same deal here.
yeah. Well, I don't know. This might be just more luck than just the pro itself. But like I know when I was in the Rock Band 4 like music store, it didn't boot me out because like most of the time if I'm in that thing for more than like a minute, it boots me out.
Hmm.
Saying like you've disconnected from the Rock Band store, but like I actually stayed on it. I didn't boot out, so I'm like, I don't know if it's got the luck or what. Um, but yeah, so basically, I think Titanfall 2 looks better, but not dramatically better. But I think it does look better. It does not. It does not make games that are optimized better because Rock Band 4 is still the same. I also tried VR on PS4 Pro. That's what
Do
I
you
was
still
gonna.
need a processor box with it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then why is it larger?
For I don't know. For something I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's this extra large console. It's supposed to be more
Why
powerful,
why
but you
is it
still
bigger? That's what I'm
it's
not
it's
understanding. Like why?
it's bigger, but it doesn't have a 4K Blu-ray drive or a processor for VR, and yet it's bigger. I don't know why.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can't like have a system that has no processor box because like the processor box has already been shipped with all the VR units. Not like, oh, you have a useless processor box for nothing,
Yeah,
unless you have.
you yeah. So you still need the processor box, but playing VR on it, it's well. Here's the thing. So like Rush of Blood, I read is supposed to have pro support, but there was no update for it, so I don't know if it was just already in the
Rush of
game.
Blood having pro support.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. It did. Like it was supposed to be on the list for pro support games, but like the game's still at 1.00 version and there's no update for it, so I don't know if the pro support was just already on it or what. I don't
Maybe.
know. Because I
Yeah.
played Rush of Blood with the VR. It like I don't like I said, I don't know if it's just another placebo effect or what, but like it just feels better. It feels smoother. Like
Smoother.
something feels better about it. It's just hard to describe, you know?
Okay.
Because I played Rush of Blood a lot. So like playing it on Pro, like I said, I don't know if it was just like I said, a placebo effect where my mind's telling me like, oh, it is better because it's Pro, you know? Because like graphically, I didn't notice like it being all that more. Like I feel like maybe there's like a little more detail in the guns or maybe some better lighting at points. But it just felt like a smoother experience playing it. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like it felt better, but I just can't necessarily say why. Other than hey, it's running on a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Um, But PlayStation VR Worlds did have an update that straight up said Pro support. So, and I played a little bit of VR Worlds, and the menu does look more crisp graphically. Like the opening thing.
Like the image is sharper.
Yeah, the image is sharper. Yeah, on the
Playing with the PS4 Pro on VR.
On VR, yeah. Still on that. So I did notice it on there, and like I said, Virtual Blood felt better, but I just don't. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it has Pro Support in it or it has to be updated. I don't know, but for some reason it was. That's the thing about VR, like. If you don't because VR, it doesn't matter if you have a 4K TV or not, like, because the best is going to be is what's right there, because you're not playing off the TV,
Yep.
You're playing off the headset. So,
well, I mean, the game can mirror on the TV.
Yeah, but that's not the point. You're not going to update a VR game so it looks better than your TV.
No, you're not looking at it.
Because you're not looking at the TV. There's no point.
Well, a person can look at the TV.
Yeah, but so.
Someone else could look at the TV and be like, "Hey, it looks a little better.
Looks a little better than it did before
On the TV."
On the TV, but who cares? You already got the black bars on the TVs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, I don't know. The games did seem to run better on VR, like noticeably better. Like it felt better. So that's good. That's good.
My question with PS4 Pro.
Okay, what?
My ultimate question with the PS4 Pro about like switching out a game, getting out of a game and going in the menu and like doing all sorts of other stuff. How's that? Is it any smoother?
Yes. It feels faster. Like it feels fast, like running through the menus and stuff. Because like when you install a game, it's like super fast. Because I mean, it was already fast on PS4. Like when you put the game in, that little white bar goes to install.
It's the only first time thing. It's only one time.
I know, but like it was super fast when I put in Titanfall 2. It just went shoot, like instantly. It was like installed.
You're like
shoot, like it's a sound effect when you do it.
That's the sound effect when it installs the game. Shoot.
but seriously though, like it installs like super fast. Like games install like really fast. Because I was like popping in.
I wish only things would download faster. That's what.
Well, actually, the PS4 Pro does support a I forget what the exact number is, but like a 5 point whatever frequency.
1.8.
Huh?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Something with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, something with the Wi-Fi. Like it supports like a 5 point whatever channel Wi-Fi.
I remember back when the PS4 was first announced that it was criticized for like it has lower Wi-Fi.
Well, this one's got better, so it does connect to that on my router because I was wondering why devices in my house weren't connecting to that like one signal on my router. Because that's why, because it's just a certain frequency that not all devices support. But the PS4 Pro does, so I have it on that Wi-Fi signal, and it's pretty steady. Pretty steady, yeah. Because I download 600 Rock Band songs in so much amount of time.
Jeez, that must have been so tedious. There's no download all button.
Nope.
You had to go to each one
and click download.
Dude, I can't do it. Imagine doing that, and I have like 1,200 to do on that. Oh my god, that sounds like the worst.
I have like 670 or something like that. Just click and then clicking and clicking and watching them download. And then, by God, the worst part is hearing that ding every like minute and a half. Like downloading.
Turn that off.
I should have.
After so many, why did you turn it off?
I don't know, man.
I think what would be more annoying is seeing it, because it would tell you if it started downloading and then stopped.
Yeah, it would say downloading, ding, install a ding, downloading, ding, installed, and I'm just like, I muted my TV after a while and just walked away. Let it download. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, it supports the higher Wi-Fi, so you can download that stuff steadily. Like I said, no problems with that. So yeah. And like I said, it just feels faster installing games and through them and running through things and all that. So, yeah, it's like I said, I don't have a 4K TV yet. Once I have a 4K TV, I can do more impressions, get more out of it. Because, I mean, that was just the thing. Like, yes, I know I'm getting a 4K TV eventually, but, like, for right now, I do like having it just because I want a PlayStation in the living room. Because right now I have one PlayStation in my room and none in the living room. So every time I want to play the PlayStation in the living room, I have to go unplug my PlayStation, bring it into the living room, plug it back up, and set it up and everything. And so it's good as a second one. So it's one of those things where it's like, I might as well get the Pro one, right? Since I need a second one for the living room.
Right.
So, yeah. I still like it. I still like it as is. Before I get my 4K stuff. So if you're thinking about getting a Pro, if you don't have a PS4, you might as well just get the Pro, just because. Get the best one you can. Even if you don't have 4K TV, still get the best you can get for an extra.
Yeah, because
$100.
what you're telling me here, which is not surprising, but is very good reassurance that it does offer some other benefits for people that don't have the main selling point of the PS4 Pro, which is the 4K sport. So,
oh yeah, there's
I don't
benefits.
know.
Yeah,
That faster menu thing that you were talking about to me there was quite exciting. I mean, I was like, yeah, definitely. Good. Making me want to sell my old PS4. I don't want to download all my Rock Band songs again. I can just.
Well, you can. Well, here's the thing: you can do a data transfer.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
That's
have
what probably.
if you have your
delete
old PS4,
all games and just have the Rock Band songs in there.
yeah, like if you have your old PS4, you can connect your two systems together with a Ethernet cable and copy everything. But that was the thing. Like, I didn't do that because I didn't want to copy everything, and also because my current PlayStation, the one in my room, I have a 2 terabyte hard drive in it, and I think I have over 1 terabyte of data in it. And the PS4 Pro only has a 1 terabyte hard drive, so technically I have more data in my PS4 than what my Pro would be able to hold. So I wouldn't actually be able to transfer everything anyway, even if I wanted to. So.
Oh.
But if you're definitely going from a stock 500 gig PlayStation 4 to a 1 terabyte Pro, then you can definitely easily transfer all your stuff.
Sweet. So,
there you go. You transfer all your Rock Band songs and data and all that.
If you have a game that has a lot of DLC.
Yeah, I just don't want to download all that again.
Never
good. So, yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, anything else about the PlayStation 4 Pro? It's just another PlayStation.
It's another PlayStation. I mean, like I said, I like it. I like the design. I like that it's faster. I like that it does improve the games, not drastically, to the point where it's like, it feels like a new game, but it does run the games better, like VR and Titanfall 2. I don't have 4K TV, so I can't say I'm not doing the full capabilities of it, but as like someone who just wants one, it's fine. Like, it will work. It will improve your 1080p experience. I haven't played Rise of Tomb Raider yet because they say that's actually a really good pro game. Like, you'll notice the difference even if you're running on a 1080p TV.
Ooh.
Because Rise of Tomb Raider does like all kind of like fancy options too. Like, you can set it to 60 frames per second, 1080p, or you can set it to 4K, 30 frames per second.
Do you Uncharted 4 is getting pro support?
Yes, I don't know if it got it yet or not.
And I hope we don't have to wait long for that one.
I haven't checked my updates. I know Last of Us got the pro support update, so I'm pretty sure Uncharted got it already. It's been a while since I played Uncharted, so it's not in my like auto update list.
Yeah, what about Last of Us? Did you play Last of Us?
Well, the reason it's on there because I got the digital copy when it was on sale for like $10, so it's in my recent like main menu.
Oh yeah, you never played like Last of Us Remastered, have you?
No.
Holy shit! So now you're gonna play this version? Is like,
yeah, with its pro support. I'm gonna wait till I get my 4K
no
TV though.
For me to go back.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get my 4K TV though before I play Last of Us Remastered because I want to check that out.
Oh, so you're just gonna wait?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna do the same with Uncharted.
Yeah, just wait till that 4K TV, get your 4K TV and your pro support, and play Uncharted 4, make it look even better.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I can't even imagine still because we've heard ramblings of the new system even before Uncharted 4 even came out. I was like, man, I didn't even really think about that as I was playing it. Just 1080, 30 frames. Even though part of me did want it in 60 because all the other Naughty Dog games were in 60. At least the remasters that they put out were in 60. But no, it was just fine. Uncharted, remarkable. So, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Whew. It's gonna look nice. That's all I can say.
So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, any other just questions for Pro that I'm not thinking of I can answer?
Probably I'll think of some as time progresses and you get more hands on with it. But
Oh, it did come with a
I mean,
new.
this is what we expect.
It did come with a new, slightly redesigned controller.
Which I heard is a little different.
I haven't noticed anything different. I've been playing with it. I mean,
Some
it's
people have said it feels a little different.
yeah, it feels a little different. Like it has a different kind of weight to it.
Yeah, that's heavier.
Yeah, and but overall, it's not really all that much different. I mean, the what's it? The touchpad's a little smaller, and it's got the light coming through the touchpad, which is nice.
Oh, this reminds me too. The thing I did forget to talk about, what I was talking about with them, it was that Sony's now licensing third-party controllers,
Yeah,
which indicates to you that Sony doesn't give a damn about making like pro controllers, because if they're just out licensing things and they don't care.
yeah. Everyone.
It's like when Valve licensed all these consoles and they never made one themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that conundrum about the Steam console?
Yeah, oh yeah, Steam
Ste-
console, man.
Valve never bothered to make one of their own, so that means they have no confidence in it because they just let other people make it.
So they're just gonna let anybody make Half-Life 3?
Oh, well, how about they let anybody make games? Oh wait, they already kind of do that with Steam Greenlight.
Yeah.
Look, the red. No, I'm gonna give the Reggie look.
Look.
I suspect that we're gonna get a PlayStation Elite controller.
Like an official one or like
Yeah, no, yeah, the official one, dude.
first party official?
You know, I'll be all over that $120 controller.
Oh, dude, I can't even pay $60 for a controller.
The Xbox One is so good.
Oh, that's like your opinion, man.
And like, I want like a controller studio, but even though Sony just announced a new silver color, and like there's a different shade of camo that they just announced.
There's a new camo coming in December.
I like to call it the redneck camo.
Whoa, man.
Whoa, man.
That's the one where you can actually like see the leaves and the lines, like the twigs.
Yeah. It's not the dark like military camo.
Yeah, it's not the digital. You'd think a digital camo. Like the army one's digital camo, and then like regular camo where you can actually see the leaves and the twigs or whatever.
Yeah, the one I'm calling the redneck camo. It would go well with Duck Dynasty.
Oh, shut up.
It's a whiskey.
Oh, you're being offensive.
The white one can go for really good with the. I don't know. You're being offensive.
I am from the state of Louisiana,
Where
where they filmed the goddamn Duck Dynasty at. So
I forgot that's where they're from.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be in Louisiana, though. Everything. You guys got everything over
there. It's slowing down.
Thank goodness.
Like film and show production. Because the whole like swamp bayou thing, like phase is kind of like going off, because that was the thing for a while. That trend of like everything on TV was bayou, this swamp, that, What
were we supposed to get a sequel to Mud?
No.
Oh.
Was Mud even in Louisiana? I don't even know.
It was.
It was? I don't even remember.
It's a good movie.
I don't remember anything from that movie.
It's very sad. But I don't think it. I mean, it's a place like bayou.
I mean, we're not the only state that has bayous and swamps.
Might have been like in Arkansas or something.
No, Arkansas does not have bayous and swamps. Arkansas is above Louisiana, and they're landlocked, so no, they don't.
Arkansas. I like to go to Arkansas, so I wonder if there's anything there.
Louisiana has swamps and bayous. Mississippi has some swamps.
In the state of Mississippi. Yeah, you can tell I'm done.
Yeah. Anyway. We are rambling. Anyway. So yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up. So with that, this has been the PSBS PlayStation Podcast, episode 81. I'm your host, Coach TPS and Body Boys. My host here is
Andrew, just double is. Just be safe. And when you're out just drinking, just be careful. Don't do anything stupid like I do.
Yeah. Or you could just not drink to begin with.
I mean, you can decide, but I mean,
no, that was Benjamin Franklin's famous quote. He says, I think it was Benjamin Franklin. The best way to stop a bad habit is to not start it.
To never start it.
Yeah, that's the best way to stop bad habits. Don't start it. Don't start one.
Well, it's not like I'm an alcoholic, but I only go out like once a week. Really? Wait, you think once a week is bad?
I mean, it's more than me.
But I mean, I go hard like on that day though. You know how many shots of whiskey I have that day.
Oof! Even one shot of whiskey makes you an alcoholic.
Even one?
Yes.
How about like 6?
Shit. I know people that can take one thing of whiskey and they're just already out.
Nope.
But anyway,
I have, the good old whiskey and Coke.
Oh dear God. Anyway, don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Look both ways before you cross the street. It's really important.
You know,
go
play your games. Go play your Titanfall 2. Can't play your PS4 Pros and whatnot.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 about the same price of a game. Both of them combined about almost above, well, more than above a full price game. So
yeah, you can get each one. Yeah, you get each one for $35. Look for it. But anyway, PSBS, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And click.